Okay, hi. I've got Architectural 2014 open here, and I've done a mock-up of something similar to what you have, but I wanted to point out that without knowing the actual dimensions and the actual roof pitches, I mean, you said what this pitch is. That's fine, but I don't know this distance right here. I set it to 2 feet, and these other dimensions are all kind of critical because it goes together to determine the 3D geometry of the house. And in order to anyone to duplicate this and get the same results as you, they'd have to have the same exact conditions. I just wanted to point that out. Now, I drew my wall solid here so that we get this effect here. Now, I've been tweaking this around before I started the video, but I wanted to show you the different results you get. Like right now, I've got this outer wall set to, I forget, 5 1/4. And for the geometry of my model, that brings in the ridge of the, that brings the ridge in just below the main ridge of the house, which is kind of like what you would want. If I go in and change this pitch, I think you had it at 7, but there's nothing wrong with 7 because that's relative to the dimensions of the model you had, and I don't know what those dimensions were or are. We'll change it to 7, and then you get that. It's just the software dealing with the 3D geometry that it's ordered to have. If I change the ceiling height in here, like we'll change that to 10 feet. 10 feet, dummy. Well, yeah, it affects the overall geometry. I'm not sure why you wanted 2 feet higher, but that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Set this down to 5. It just operates with the orders it's given. And so it's incumbent upon you to think through what's working and what's not workable. Because the program isn't going to automatically say, hey, no, that's not a good idea. You have to do that yourself. So I'm going to raise this back up. Let's see, 132. And see, as the ceiling rises, then the pitch has to get lower. That's what I'm talking about in terms of 3D geometry. Do that 5. And you can put in incremental fractions and so forth, 5.5, 5.1234, whatever, to tweak it in exactly. And that's one of the strengths of the software. You can see what's going to work and what's not going to work. But it's all based on the dimensions of your building, which includes the ceiling height, and also then the angles that you impress upon the roofs. That's, if I want to make a point, that's the only point that I would make. Early on when I was messing with this, I got the same sort of roof you did, and I just evened the pitch out. And I guess the point is, sometimes your preconceived notions on what should work, are just not workable. And the software will tell you that. Now the software, this architectural and all the other program titles other than Home Designer Pro are limited in your ability to do roof geometry. And you're limited to room dialog settings and wall dialog settings. And Pro, I could just click on that roof plane there and just open its dialog and do whatever I wanted with it. Whereas in architectural and other the less expensive programs, you can't do that. But nevertheless, any of these programs you can get quite a bit done. Well, I hope this discussion and demonstration helps you and others. And thanks for your attention. Good day.